Welcome to Beijing. Beijing, also known as Peking, is the capital of the People's Republic of China. It is the world's most populous national capital city, with over 21 million residents. Now, let's get into some of the great places within this magnificent place, starting with the Great Wall of China. The Great Wall of China is a series of fortifications that were built across the historical northern borders of ancient Chinese states and Imperial China as protection against various nomadic groups. The best-known sections of the wall were built by the Ming Dynasty, 1368 to 1644. Before the use of bricks, the Great Wall was mainly built from rammed earth, stones, and wood. During the Ming, however, bricks were heavily used in many areas of the wall, as were materials such as tiles, lime, and stone. I think it's safe to say this wall is ancient history. Now on to the Forbidden City. The Forbidden City is a palace complex in Dongcheng District, Beijing, China, at the center of the imperial city of Beijing. It is surrounded by numerous opulent imperial gardens and temples, including the 54-acre Yanshan Park, the sacrificial imperial ancestral temple, the 171-acre Beihai Park, and the 57-acre Jingshan Park. The Forbidden City was constructed from 1406 to 1420 and was the former Chinese imperial palace and winter residence of the Emperor of China, from the Ming Dynasty to the end of the Qing Dynasty between 1420 and 1924. The Forbidden City served as the home of Chinese emperors and their households and was the ceremonial and political center of the Chinese government for over 500 years. Since 1925, the Forbidden City has been under the charge of the Palace Museum, whose extensive collection of artwork and artifacts were built upon the imperial collections of the Ming and Qing dynasties. The Forbidden City was declared a World Heritage Site in 1987. The complex consists of 980 buildings encompassing 8,886 rooms and covering 178 acres. Please take time to visit this historical place. Next up, we have the Summer Palace. The Summer Palace is a vast ensemble of lakes, gardens, and palaces in Beijing. It was an imperial garden in the Qing Dynasty. Inside includes Longevity Hill, Coming Lake, and 17-hole bridge. It covers an expanse of 1.1 square mile, 3/4 of which is water. Longevity Hill is about 200 feet high and has many buildings positioned in sequence. The front hill is rich with splendid halls and pavilions, while the back hill is in sharp contrast, is quiet with natural beauty. The central Coming Lake, covering 540 acres, was entirely man-made, and the excavated soil was used to build Longevity Hill. Inspired by the gardens in South China, in the Summer Palace, there are over 3,000 various Chinese ancient buildings that house a collection of over 40,000 kinds of valuable historical relics from each dynasty. This place has more beauty than the eye can behold, so please don't miss out. Last, but definitely not least, and definitely controversial, is the Tiananmen Square. It is a city square in the city center of Beijing, China, named after the eponymous Tiananmen Gate of Heavenly Peace, located to its north, which separates it from the Forbidden City. The square contains the Monument to the People's Heroes, the Great Hall of the People, the National Museum of China, and the Mausoleum of Mao Zedong. Mao Zedong proclaimed the founding of the People's Republic of China in the square on October 1st, 1949. The size of Tiananmen Square is 53 acres. It has great cultural significance as it was the site of several important events in Chinese history. Outside China, the square is best known for the 1989 protests and massacre that ended with a military crackdown, which is also known as the Tiananmen Square Massacre or the June 4th Massacre. Tiananmen Square has been the site of a number of political events and student protests, most notably the protests in the years of 1919, 1949, 1976, and 1989. One of the most famous images that appeared during these protests was when a man stood in front of a line of moving tanks and refused to move, which was captured on Shanghai Avenue near the square. See, I told you the square has made its mark in history. And there you have it. a few of the most popular tourist attractions in Beijing. For exclusive highlights of more cities you've dreamed of traveling to, don't forget to like this video if you liked it and hit that subscribe button and tap that bell so you don't miss when we upload new videos each week. Chat soon!